Alrighty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Post-workout, came down to the oyster factory, and I wanted you to see this. Step on down here. Let's check this out.
I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we can hang out or something. Hey, I think you're really cool. I like you a lot. Maybe we can hang out or something.
Up in that tree right there's a woodpecker. This is why I continue to live in South Carolina. It's a Friday. I don't know what I'm going to get into this weekend. They're rebuilding. That's a area to have oyster roasts, stuff like that, bonfires, parties. It's a park. They're rebuilding it, putting in all kinds of amenities. And that's an old house that they restored back to the way it was back 1800s, early 1900s. It's low-ish tide. I don't know if that means the tide is going out or in. If you ever watch some of these videos where people are fishing in Florida and they're like, look, there's that fish and there's that fish. Well, it's because their water is very clear. Typically speaking, ours is pretty close to, somebody caught him a fish and filleted it and threw its carcass right there. Ours is pretty close to chocolate milk sometimes. So this right here is why I stay in South Carolina. I know I said that a second ago, but it's pretty cool stuff. Good morning. It's the next morning, I believe, Saturday. Yeah. I didn't really know which direction I wanted to take a video today, so I figured I'd get the kayak out and show you why, even if I'm not catching fish, why it still has a draw for me. Hold on, let me flip this around. So, I believe this is Boy Scout Island. There's the kayak. And when I came up, there was an eagle up in the tree that's on the other side of that one right there. A bald eagle. It looks like that tree is about to come down next. Erosion from high tides. It's amazing how the bark is down there, you know, under, I mean, that used to be all, that's all soil until it washed away. That's one heck of a taproot. Or there's two there, 2 trees, 2 taproots. I believe those are what the state is named for. Palmettos. The Palmetto State. It's kind of crazy that this thing has still got green leaves on it. It's in the water. It's soon gonna look like that. When it came over, you can see where it was hollow, where it split. There's no telling how many critters made their lives and their babies inside there over the years. All that was carried in by critters making nests inside it. But I understand that's the way a lot of the trees are around here. Here's a better example of a palmetto. I haven't been out here in a while. And it's certainly changed. That's a new tree that's down right there. And this for sure is a new tree down. This used to be like that one over there. You know, a lot, you know, big branches and stuff. All those holes are fiddler crab holes, and they're recently been excavating them. Last time I was out here, I don't recall the seagrass being out there that far. As a matter of fact, there was no seagrass on this beach here. And don't be mistaken. It is a little beach. when the water gets warmer, straight across over there is the end of a pier, a shack, and there's a estuary that leads along beside it that goes back in there a ways. And without fail, I guess it'll probably be June, July, something like that, there's manatees that make their way up through the intercoastal waterway, and they'll be over there eating. Kind of crazy. Light breeze. I guess out in the sun you can feel the humidity, but here in the shade, it may be 70 degrees. My kayak's about to float away. I didn't beach it too far because the skeg is down and the rudder. But this right here, even if I'm not catching fish, this is worth the price of admission right here. As a reference, right back that way, probably directly just side of that white boat, not the sailboat right here, but the one that's way back there at the tree line, just on the other side of that towards me. At low tide there's a sandbar, and that's kind of the family-friendly sandbar. And you'll see all kinds of families, grills, and I don't know, it's like a beach here in the saltwater river, or brackish river, saltwater. This is for those who know it's there, instead of all the crazies that are down at Caligny and down on Hilton Head, out on the Atlantic. I imagine if we sat here for very much longer, there'd be a couple dolphins go by. As I was pulling up here, there was two that went by. I think they might call this Boy Scout Island. I'm not sure. As a point of reference, this is the May River. And right over there on the other side of that tree, on the other side of the river, is the oyster factory, what I put in. It may be Maybe a mile from here, if that. That one's still got green on it too. It just doesn't know it's dead yet. It's an interesting thought. I know a lot of people that are just like those trees. Just a little bit of life in them. They just don't know they're dead yet. And I refuse to be dead yet. The one thing I am totally surprised by, and I'm going to show it to you again, is the taproots on these trees. It just looks like the tree is all the way through there. You can see the taproot. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. There you go. That's the taproot of that tree right there. And those are the taproots of those trees. Imagine when those go over and they break off the taproot. There'll be some good fat wood to be had there. Here's a broke over palmetto tree. You see this trunk right there. There's another trunk right there. That one's broke over and not in the water. And all that new growth, that's all this year's stuff after it's slid down the hill. It didn't slide and fall over into the river. It just slid and fell over backwards and broke over backwards. Well, thank you for joining my channel today. I'm going to end this video here, but I'm probably going to sit here for a while and soak this in. This is good for your soul. You have a good day. Be good to each other. Consider subscribing, maybe liking and sharing.